are you today?
Bad.
Why? What happened?
I was very upset and depressed because of
Hmm.
my part leader in my company.
Why?
Um, Actually, next week
Mhm.
there will be the display about my job.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I want to go there.
Mhm.
So yesterday I asked
Mm.
I asked her about
Mhm.
it,
Mhm.
and but answer. She didn't answer it yesterday, and today she told me that it it was already fixed.
Mm.
Who are going to go there?
Mhm.
So I asked, I asked her, uh, why do you tell me about it
Mhm.
before deciding it?
Mhm.
So she told me that uh, she asked it on
Mhm.
this Monday, but this Monday I had a holiday.
Mm.
So I think she had to ask it on this Tuesday,
Mm.
right?
Yeah. Logical.
Yes, yes. But she didn't do that. So,
What?
yeah, so I was very upset about it.
So did you tell her?
Yes, of course.
And what did she say?
Uh, she she just said to me, I she said I asked about it on this Monday, but you had a holiday. That's all.
Mm.
I think it isn't a reasonable reason.
Mhm. Mhm. Mm. That's unreasonable.
Yes.
It's not a good reason. I think what she just said to you was an excuse. So in other words,
Right, of course.
she may not have done it.
Mm-hmm.
I think she
Mm,
wasn't able to do it. But because it would look really bad if she forgot something important, so
mm-hmm.
she used you as a scapegoat that you had to leave Monday. Oh my god. So, what do you plan to do now?
I don't have a plan.
Mm. You have a plan.
I was very depressed all day, all today.
Mm.
So I feel that I don't want to do anything. I thought it
Okay.
was very unfair, and I think it is very important to have a fair chance to do something.
Mm. Hmm. I have a question. Is there another way that you can go to this thing without consulting your leader, or is it you she's the only person who can help you with this?
Uh, in in this system these days, in my team, there
Mhm.
isn't there is no way.
Mm.
because the upper boss
Mhm.
than her
Mhm.
uh, of course asked her to ask about it, who want to
Mhm.
go there and select someone to go there.
Mhm.
So the upper leader of
Mhm.
course think that she does it.
So who was chosen?
Uh, part leader.
That's unfair.
Yes, of course.
That is bias. Your leader is not a good leader. Sorry.
I also think so. I think
Be-
so. But
you
I
know.
can't change it. So
Mhm.
I'm very sad.
Ah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Which makes me curious. She's not a good leader, and my only basis is being biased. But the thing about being a leader is that it's not a popularity contest. Being a leader is very hard because you have to be fair all the time.
Yes, right.
And you have to be very careful so that your people don't think that you're biased.
Mm,
And that's very stressful. Well, that was very stressful for me. Because, to tell you honestly, when I was a leader, when I was ahead, it was easier for me to just say, okay, you do this, you do that, and like that. But the thing about it is, it cannot be. It's the easiest way to do. Is
yes.
okay, you do this, and don't consider. However, because I had, let's say, around 30. Okay, in my team there were 7 members,
Mhm.
and under 8 people, we had to manage around 180 teachers.
Mhm.
So that was a lot of people, and uh, for when I started, it was the easiest thing until my one of the teachers told me that you're not a good leader because you have favoritism.
Mm.
So I had to change. And I was very lucky because I had this kind of person working with me. She just told me to my face.
Mhm.
That
I
was very
think she
embarrassing.
was very brave.
I think so too. She was very brave because she knew that I could slap her with insubordination. She knew that. But she took the risk and she told me straight out to my face, you are very strict, but you have your favorites. And it is not fair for us.
Yes.
So, I had to change. And, I was only in the job for like 3 months. My first 3 months, it was hell. But I did this job for 3.5 years. So I think it meant that I did improve and I did better. And when I left my company, I was happy because a lot of uh, my whole team did not want me to go, and the management did not want me to go. However, I think being a good leader also depends upon the people. Your leader cannot improve if you don't tell her where to improve.
But it is a very difficult problem because
Mm,
she is she is the person who evaluate us.
Oh, that is, yeah, that is a big problem because she evaluates, and that's why you can you evaluate her as well?
No, so I think it's also unfair. I think we also evaluate her.
Yeah, it
We
should be
don't have a chance to do it.
evaluate the leaders.
Yes, right.
In my previous company, it was the same. In the first year of being part of the management team, there was no evaluation for staff. However, in the second year, when I think in my well, I've been there for around 9 months. I've been on the job for 9 months. Then the teachers and other staff started evaluating us.
Mm,
So that's why we had to be very, very careful because we could see the results right away, but we could not see the results who these people are. And it was done every month and every 3 months. And it was very stressful. But I think that since you don't have this system, there's always a better way to say things. So maybe even though you've lost this chance, then I think, just I think, you should be more open and speak out, but not attack, okay?
it's very difficult to moderate that.
I know it is. I know it is. But
Yes.
remember, positive scripting. Positive scripting. Uh, one way that, in my experience, one way that I also had a leader who was like that. She was one of the reasons, one of the factors that I left my previous company as well, because she couldn't give me any feedback. And I ask her, how am I doing? Oh, you're doing fine. Specifically, where am I doing fine? She can't tell me. And then, okay, so are there areas I need to work on or I need to improve? Come back to me next week and I will check. She was like that. And then also when it came to trainings, oh, this is what I hated. Because I believe that new staff, new members should get the chance to have trainings, but she sends old staff. I have a family, you know that.
Right.
And she would send me to, like, they would send me to Manila
Mm-hmm.
for 2 or 3 days at a time.
Mm,
So it wasn't good for me. And also, yeah, she was like that, and she was very subjective. If she likes you, your evaluations are high. But if she doesn't like you, she hated me. Okay, she hated me. My evaluations were not low, but not high. It was just like stagnant.
yes, right. Stand.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was the biggest problem with my leader.
Uh, ac-
So,
uh, Actually, am also I am being
mhm,
similar with your situation.
mhm.
So I don't expect her to give me higher scores.
Then you should ask why. Because I did. Before I left my company, before I resigned, I confronted her, but I was already resigning. Okay, so it was
Mm-hmm.
okay. I confronted her in HR,
Mm-hmm.
in the HR office, and the manager was there, and also the Chinese managers were there. And I told her straight out to her face that, okay, so this was your score. Why? And she couldn't give me a specific reason. And I asked her, okay, so which areas did I not work hard enough on? And then she asked me, what is your problem? You passed the evaluation. And then, of course, I told her, when JC was my previous leader before her, when JC was my leader, he was very specific. That's why I improved so much, and that's why I'm a performer. But for JC, who is a better leader than you,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I told her that that yeah, who's a better leader than you, can proudly say that I am one of his subordinates who can perform, and you would say to everybody that I'm just okay. I think I'm better than you. And then she was very quiet because she said, "You're lucky, you're resigning." But I found out a few months ago that she was removed. She went back to being a teacher. So I was like, "Oh, okay. I don't care." But really, it's like that. So sometimes there is no way for you to fight back, but alone. Okay, alone. There is no way. But if you get the support of others, it's easy. But you have to have specific reasons and you have to have data.
Right.
You always have to have data, black
Yeah.
and white, to support your claims. So
Of course.
in our company, the motto is, if it's not in black and white, it didn't happen. So of course, I couldn't tell HR and the managers that, hey, this woman is bitchy to me. She's rude and she's bitchy and she hates my guts. I can't say that. So I told them, okay, so these are my evaluations. Compare my evaluations with when I was with JC, when I was under JC, and compare my evaluations when I was under her. So it's like, yeah. So
Yeah.
I got
So
their support.
yeah. So it is very difficult to explain
Mhm.
it.
Don't your leaders, like the upper management, talk to you people, like to the mid management?
Sorry.
Does the upper management talk to um, middle management? Like, for example, the big bosses, do they
But
talk to
but
you guys?
uh but they didn't. They don't know about it, this situation, because they they hear
Mhm.
they hear something
Yeah.
through my part leader.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have a chance to talk with them as usual.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm very stressful and have a headache, and I don't wanna go to the
Go.
company.
Mhm.
It's not pleasant and
Yes.
fun to work.
Okay. Are your teammates okay with your leader, or is it just you?
I don't know, but I told this
Mhm.
situation to my colleague.
Mhm.
She also told me that
Mhm.
it it is very weird
Mhm.
because it is not difficult to say that ask to
Mhm.
me, or do you
Mhm.
want to go there
Mhm.
or not. It's not difficult.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and it's not a big problem. But she didn't do that. I don't understand. But if she told me
Mhm.
that I'm sorry about that,
Mhm.
and and she told me the reasonable reason, I
Mhm.
understand. I understood it. But she didn't do that. So I
Mhm.
was very upset about it.
Yeah.
She is a human, so she could forget about it, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. But in this situation, she explained it in detail and apologized me
Mhm.
because I wanted to go there, but because of her, I don't. I lost my chance to go there.
She wasn't very considerate.
Mm.
Did she get upset with you when you told her how you felt?
I don't know. But as a leader, uh, she didn't do that depending on her feeling or something like that because she is a leader,
Yeah.
right?
When you're a leader, you're not allowed to feel.
Yes,
You can
right.
only think. You only have to
Yes,
think.
of course. Yeah, she tried to do that. She have
Ah.
to try to do that.
So how did she become a leader? I wonder. Is she older than you?
Yes,
How many years older?
maybe 4 years, more than 4 years. Yeah.
She's around my age.
Ah, really?
Yeah, so if she's around my age, her level of understanding should be higher. If your leader were younger, I would understand.
Mm. Yeah. So I also didn't understand today's situation.
So, so she owes you an apology. She really does. To tell you honestly, there are many leaders who, how can you say, who don't want to say sorry, or who don't want to admit they're wrong. Instead of admitting that they're wrong, they would give excuses or blame someone else or blame the situation. Because with leaders, a lot of leaders, even I thought, like when I first started, that being a leader meant being always right. So I could not be wrong. But ever since that teacher told me to my face that I wasn't good, um, I realized that being a leader also means that you should know when you are wrong and apologize
Yes, right.
when necessary.
Yes.
Because you are, leaders are also humans.
Right.
So we are also subject to making mistakes, right?
Yes, of course. Yes.
But uh, that is that is normal. That is the normal thinking. But when a person becomes a leader, that thinking, that thought goes away. So I can understand her in a way, but I don't accept. I can't accept because she's already old.
Mm, right.
So being old does not give you, being older does not give you a license
Hmm.
to do that to your subordinates.
Yes.
Because as a leader, you have to, well, you have to be respected for who you are, not because of your position.
Yes. Right.
Mm. Although I do understand that leaders say, yeah, I understand that. I've gone through that. I was like that for like how many years already. And then when I resigned, I was like, oh, I'm so happy now. But yeah, her job is stressful. Really, her job is stressful. But it becomes more stressful if her feelings are
Hmm.
part of the job.
Yes. Right.
But that is, yeah, that is she always like that? Or just,
Sometimes. So
oh,
I was more upset. As you said, she can take a mistake
mhm,
as because she is a human being.
mhm,
So I know that sometimes her feeling is not good, sometimes or not.
mhm,
But as a leader, she must control it
mhm,
to do to do something with the colleagues
mm.
in the company.
Yes, she has to
Yes,
control it.
yeah. So if she take a mistake, she must apologize.
Yeah, she has to take responsibility for it.
Yes, that's all. I think uh, she if she would apologize to me, of course I understood.
Well, there's still tomorrow. Who knows? She might apologize tomorrow. It took
I
me
don't
one
think
week.
so.
It took me, after the teacher told me,
Mhm.
it took me one week before I was able to apologize to the whole team. It took me one week of thinking. But after I apologized to the whole team, everything was okay. So no, I had no more problems with working with people, only leader. And that was just only for like 1 year. I was only under that leader for 1 year. And yeah, because that 1 year was hell. Hmm. Well, there's still tomorrow, my dear. Okay? Don't worry about it. Who knows? She might be able to think about it. Or only two situations. Okay? Number one, she thinks she's right. Or two, she will realize she's wrong. It's not, things like this cannot be forgotten. Trust me. It cannot be
Okay.
forgotten. Okay? So if she says she already forgot the situation she was in with you, don't believe her. It cannot be forgotten. But she might think she's still right. So if she thinks that, oh God, you have a very, very big problem.
Yes. But
Yeah.
I don't have anything to solve that problem.
Mhm.
I don't have power
It's not
to
about
correct
having
it.
it's not about having power to correct it. It's about being brave enough to point it out. And you can point it, for like for me and my whole team before, we corrected each other
Mm,
openly, but not in a mean way, okay?
mhm,
You did this during the meeting. I think it would have been better if you didn't say this. And I would ask why. Oh, because blah 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 blah. Ah, yeah. Okay, sorry. It won't happen again. And if I see someone doing wrong, you could have done it better this way. And they would say why? Well, because I would just give them my reasons. And even in front of the teachers, it was like that. And it was very open, and it wasn't exactly relaxing, but it wasn't stressful either. Okay?
okay.
So if you're brave enough to do what that teacher did in a nice way, okay, not like that.
Mhm,
Your leader will not be happy. But in a nice way to point it out that maybe it should be like this or give a suggestion because then in front of people, okay, this will show if your leader does listen to you guys or not. Okay?
okay.
Be brave. Don't lose your temper. Breathe.
But someone says that we need to be patient.
You need to be patient. Yes, be kind to animals. You didn't hear that? No. You know what I mean.
So, many people have a complaination about
Complain.
about unreasonable things doing
There's all. Yeah.
working in the company, but
Mm,
they can't say that during doing work. So when they decide to go out, stop to work in that
mhm.
company, they say about it very
Yeah.
loudly, and
I
then
mean,
they go out.
because that is, that is the usual way in any country. It's the same. It's company.
Really?
It's working culture. It's company culture. So sometimes we can change our company culture. Company culture depends upon its employees, not the management. It depends upon the normal working people. So if the normal working people feel this way and they don't do anything about it, then it's because the company is used to this. However, trust me, there is always a right way to complain. There is. And that is not loudly or um, to anyone. You can complain to the right person at the right time with the right words. You know, it would probably be better. Or why don't we try? Or this is what you said, but this is what happened. So maybe something is not right there. So may I would like to know what it is because I can't understand. That those three words, magic words. If someone says that to their leaders, I can't understand. So please explain to me. The leader has no choice but to explain clearly. Just think about it.
Okay.
Okay? There's a
Yes.
right way to complain. Okay? So, anyways, we're out of time. But don't feel depressed. There's still tomorrow. Things will look better tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye, Chloe. Take care.
Yeah.
I'll have a great weekend. Okay?
Yeah. See you on Tuesday.
See you
Bye.
on Tuesday. Bye bye.